I think I've almost forgotten how to use this. Hey, Green Eyes. Good morning to you. I think it's morning. Voodoo Queen isn't here right now. Uh, she'll be here in about 30, 45 minutes. I just wanted to go live and see what was going on the old YouTubes, you know, see what's happening. I just got home from work and got out of the shower. Oh my God, it's so effing hot here. I know I complain about the weather all the time, but if we actually had seasons here in good old Dallas, Texas, we get summer for 9 months out of the year, maybe 10, just depends. I mean, we, we've had wildfires in January when it's supposed to be, freezing cold and whatnot. Hey, Burren, how hot is it there? It's hot. It's 100. Well, it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So I can't remember what the conversion is to Celsius. You think Celsius is like what, 30 something degrees less? Maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, fucking hot. Make you want to fucking go. I mean, it's literally only what, 3 weeks into June. We still have July, August, September, and October will start hopefully getting mild. But I tell you, I'm 45 years old. I've lived here my entire life. I've seen it 95, 100 degrees on Halloween, and I've seen it 19 degrees and sleeting and snowing and on Halloween. So you just don't know. You just don't know. It's hot. And don't tell Voodoo Queen. Well, Voodoo Queen already knows, but I have been thinking about cutting all of my hair off because I'm just too old for this shit. And it's fucking hot. And the shampooing and the conditioning and the rinsing and it's getting to be a bit much. I used to shave my head, not totally bald, but um, for like 25 years, I used a number two, um, what do you call it? Clippers to do my hair and my beard. And oh my God, I've been, I grew my hair really long, years and years ago when I was a teenager, but I didn't do the whole thing. This was back in the late 80s, early 90s or whatever, when people they would shave around underneath the top of the hair. Hey, Lady Witch, you know what I'm talking about? Like they would shave all that and then you would grow out the very top of your hair. And I did that and I had it down to almost my ass. And then I had to get a job and cut it all off when I was in high school. And but this time I grew everything out and I am just so over it. Oh, hey Gen X. Oh, thank you for coming. I'm really not, I don't have anything important to say. I told you my standards are very low. The rest of the people that are in the chat can probably attest to that. But I appreciate you being here. And I've been enjoying listening to you guys, Ask Your Bartender and Queen Bee and all of them. I've been enjoying the streams that you guys have been doing. Um, I do want to talk maybe a little bit about some of the crazy. Oh my God, it has been a crazy couple of weeks on YouTube, has it not? Holy fuck. I mean, well, I guess it just depends on who all you watch. Um, as to how crazy it would be. Would hate to be welding in your heat. Yeah, I mean, it just I don't know how to explain it. Some days it's fine. It's just I really don't know how to explain it. Some days you can take it, and other days it's like, oh my God, I am in fucking hell. And if I could just be in Alaska right now or the Antarctic, I don't know, somewhere, just for 10 minutes, just give me a break. What happens is it gets oppressive. It gets oppressive, and you start to feel it. And the older I get, the crankier I think I become about it. I used to because I've worked in it all my life. Well, not all my life, but last 25, 20, 28 years, whatever, however long I've been working. But so I'm acclimated to it. But well, I'll tell you what, don't miss a shower. You know what I mean? Like, don't miss one of those because it doesn't get any easier to deal with. Um, let's see, Lady Witch said it's a balmy 94 here today. Michigan is not split. That's true. That's so true. Yes. Yeah, Green Eyes, exactly. Stick your head in the freezer kind of day. We have a refrigerator freezer combo in the break room, and I'm not gonna lie. Well, I've gone in there and like literally opened it up at the freezer part, and just stood in front of it for a minute. Like, my God, please, having a hard time here. A lot of praying to help me get me through the day. Let's see, Gen X said here in Southern California we have a summer and a slightly less hot summer. Yes, exactly. It's the same way in Dallas. It's exactly the same way in Dallas. It's crazy. Um, my dad and my aunt. I mean, all my grandparents. They're all gone. Um, and my mom, they'll tell you they can remember a time here when it wasn't like, well, it wasn't that it didn't get hot. I personally think that it's the destruction of all of the foliage to build, all the concrete and all of that. I could be crazy, but I don't know. I mean, look, West Texas is a desert and it's hot as fuck. So, I don't know, but see, some oh, something's going in. Right. Something. It almost doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something. Well, it's kind of like one of those. I hope Mike didn't just go out. Well, it must not have, because it must not have been using. Must not have been using the speaker for the mic. I've been trying to work this out on StreamYard too, with the live streams, like how to get back to using my speaker for, not my phone speaker, but my Bluetooth speaker for the lives. Although I guess what I really should do, it probably won't work now because I'll probably have to shut it down. Can you guys still hear me? Um, oh, oh, speaking of which, there's my mom calling me right now. I will have to call her back. But yeah, anyways, it's hot. Hopefully you guys can, let me type in the chat if I can. Oh, okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Let me get back down there. And it doesn't sound like shit. Bam gives me a lot of shit for that. It sounds terrible. You sound terrible. Anyways, yeah. So, oh god, crazy shit happening on YouTube last few weeks. Um, I don't. Do you guys follow any of that Summer Wells stuff with like that whole group of characters with? Well, I don't know if Cher and uh, Mr. Cher or whatever. I don't know if they're still fucking around with all that. I haven't been to their channels in months. But them and who was it? Ernie Shell. Like this Ernie Shell shit is crazy as fuck. Some people are. There's a bunch of people saying that he's faking all that shit. I don't know if you guys know who that dude is. And I don't, I know he's been around a while, but I don't really know a whole lot about the dude. I tend to not really pay attention to a lot of these people on here. Um, oh, okay. All right, Green Eyes. No worries. No worries. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, that shit with Ernie Shell, that's fucking nuts. Even if he's faking it, that's fucking nuts. Like, why would you tempt the system that way? To me, that seems like a good way to end up in a fucking padded cell in a goddamn straitjacket. I don't know. I could be wrong. And then you got the shit going on with Granny's watching and Natasha fucking encourage now encouraging people to call her probation officer and report her for I don't know what. I didn't catch all of everything that was going on, but now I do have a little experience with the justice system. If what Granny's watching, if like her assessment of what happened is correct, best I can understand, Natasha better watch the fuck out. uh, let's see. Oh, did the chat? Somebody chatted her. Oh, I got a text message. Um, she better watch out because I don't know if Jess is still. I'm assuming she's still currently on probation for whatever. But the thing is those probation officers they tend to get attached, not attached to like in a bad way. I'm sure some do, but you know they tend to get attached to their probationers, and you start fucking with them like that, you could end up in some fucking serious shit. Um, and I know she kept saying a federal employee. I don't. From what I understood, I thought that she had state charges, not federal charges. But regardless, it doesn't matter. State employee, federal employee. But yeah, you going around fucking with them people. They will fucking fuck your world up. You know, got that going on. The whole Ernie Shell thing, and then what else is going on? Bunch of shit going on YouTube. Of course, you got the same old shit going on as well. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Half of these communities saying that Ernie's not on drugs. This is PTSD's walking around, going live, walking around town during the day. But he's got, then you got the other half saying he's got the wherewithal to have the live stream on and all that kind of stuff, which does seem suspect to me. I mean, it's like, well, wait, I mean, you seem to be able to not take calls or take calls and mute the mic, not mute the mic, blah, 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 all of that. But, you thinking that the police are there to kill you, even though you called them. I don't know, man. I don't know. I will say this, though, and please don't judge me and forgive me if this comes off as offensive. Not gonna lie, some of it is entertaining enough to keep me, going through my day with everybody making all their guesses and all of that. And then of course you got, oh, who, the other shouty pants, uh, not Justin Lee, but Natasha. She's fucking road raging out in front of her kids and all and the world and all of that shit, begging for money. Oh, poor me, I've lost everything, blah, 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 you know, and oh God, it's these people are fucking nuts. And I know not everybody is from Watts Island, but good God, it's almost as if you want to swim back to Watts Island, right? But nobody's here. All right. Is anybody still here? Like I said, my standards are low. I really didn't have that much to come on and talk about. I just wanted to see what was happening. Um, see how anybody that wanted to come in was feeling, Lady Witch is still there. Thank you, Lady Witch. I appreciate that. Oh man. Yeah, it's been nuts. Voodoo Queen and I didn't we didn't do a whole hell of a lot this weekend other than, sit in Bam's live when she was live, and Darzen's. I thought Darzen did a great job. Um, I hope he continues to do lives. Um, I thought that was great. Um, all we did was I hung some brackets for drapes for Voodoo and hung some other stuff up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder. You know how it goes. It's the honey-do list. I still got to hang a ceiling fan in that room we were working in, and I think I may either do a video or live stream it. I don't know what the point would be, um, just because codes vary all over not only the United States but the world. But I don't know. It could be comical. Who knows? Might hear a couple curse words, but no, I just wanted to come on and see how everybody was doing, just to say hello. So hello. I don't know if can you guys hear the locusts in the background? We have tons of them here. I thought that um I thought that 2 years ago the locusts were supposed to be on their 17-year cycle and they should have been gone by now. Apparently nobody told the locusts. So there's tons of them in the trees right now. But hey Barbara, how are you doing? Hope everything's going okay. Yeah, and I hated to see the Suzanne come in and say goodbye the other night in Bam's live. That kind of sucks. I mean, I think people are just getting deflated, with the whole thing. It just, I don't know that there's really anything that can be done, um, you know, regarding that whole situation with AD or whatever. But he certainly doesn't seem like he gives a shit at this point. I mean, and I don't know what kind of fees or costs lawyers cost over there to defend yourself against any kind of claim against you in a civil court. But I mean, if it's anything like over here or even close to it, it's probably, you know, 3,500 buck, 3,500 bucks retainer, and whatever comes hourly after that. I mean, you can stop a lot of shit with 3 to 5 grand over here. So against you, unless it's absolutely ridiculous. But Hey, Simples. Let's see. Lady Witch said, we don't get them as bad here because the surrounding land is all farms. They beat up the locusts tilling the fields. Yeah. Yeah. You definitely don't see it. Like the further you move away from um, the Metroplex, as we call it, Dallas and Fort Worth, obviously there's more farmland and less foliage. I mean, well, it depends on which direction you go. If you go east from Dallas, right, then the forestry becomes a hell of a lot more dense. Hey, Rain Dancer, glad you're here. Thanks for coming in. Um, so you're going to get a lot more of those locusts, like you said. If you're surrounded by farmland, then you're going to get a lot less of them because as they come up out of the ground, they'll get beat up by the farm equipment. But yeah, it's the same here. And of course, the further west you go, the more desert you're going to run into. So the less farmland you're gonna run into as well. And I mean that's what we had here for a lot of years was you know farmland. I mean it was mainly cotton fields around here and stuff, but people had trees that border their property, so you wouldn't have like a really dense forest or whatever. You would just have you know like tree lines and stuff like that. But here in the neighborhoods in the burbs where we live, yeah, you can definitely hear them out there. They're going crazy, and the heat helps as well. Helps them. We don't have when I was a kid, everybody, very few people in the burbs had wood fences and, like 6 or 8 foot tall wood fences. Everybody, the neighborhood I lived in, everybody had chain link fences, and you would find their exoskeleton shell or whatever. They'd be all over the chain link fences. And then you'd find the locusts in the trees. Well, we call them locusts. I don't know what the proper term is for them because I know people also call grasshoppers locusts as well, but these are definitely not grasshoppers. Oh, Sheila. All right. Well, this shouldn't be difficult then because I'm probably going to bore you to sleep. Yeah, Simples, you got your fan blowing here. Yeah, I've got the ceiling fan on. I don't have my fan that I usually keep on me on because it'll be way too loud and way too windy. Those, yeah, cicadas. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Lady Witch. Yeah, yeah. We used to catch them things by the wings, and we'd look at them and just, let them crawl on our hands and fingers. I hate to say it, but nowadays I think I would be like, "Oh God, get that thing off me!" I don't want anything to do with that thing because they're big. They're not small by any stretch of the imagination. Like literally, some of them are the size of a cigarette. Or I don't mean in diameter. I mean in length. These things have girth. They're big. They've got big old googly black eyes. They've got you can like literally, if you catch one, you can see its mouth that it makes noise out of. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a cross between a dragonfly, only way fatter. A freaking dragonfly, a fly, a spider, and a crab. I don't know. That's the best way I can explain these things. They're hideous. Oh, the shells. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially if you see one like before it sheds its shell. Oh yeah. No thanks. Yeah, they're super creepy. Yeah. Oh, and then what else? What else happened on YouTube? Oh, Rev got out of jail, and apparently he and Shani are supposedly broken up. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. I tell you what, that's going to be one of the train wreck power couples of YouTube that I'm going to miss if that's coming to an end. I know it's probably better for everybody all around. Kids first. Uh, I don't have a high opinion of Shani, but Rev second, and then hopefully Shani. I mean, Shani is she's a whole another mess. And she needs to get help as well. But you know that whole train wreck thing that's a bad one. But I am going to miss if it's over and they stop talking about each other and they actually split up and that's a done deal. I am going to miss the clip channels and their lives dissecting um, the lives that Shani and Rev were putting on YouTube and Twitch or wherever else they stream. I'm gonna miss that. As horrible of people as they are, some of that shit was absolutely hilarious to me. Let's see, Simple said it's 14 degrees. We've been shrouded in clouds for days. This thing sounds like a flying lobster. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Only about the length of a cigarette, Simples, and fatter, like fatter than a cigarette, obviously. Hmm. Oof, that sounds good, Ring Dancer. That sounds really good. But yeah, well, and they make a racket. They like I said, I don't know if you can hear them. There's none over here in our yard, but they're across the alley in the trees. Hmm. See, Rain Dancer said we've been in the 60s, even 50s, now getting hit with 90s this weekend. Yep, get ready. The heat wave is coming. It's coming. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Rain. That's what I was saying earlier. It just one. You get to the end of February, and it's 19, 20 degrees for a week. Well, at least here in Dallas, you guys have it a little more moderate um, there in Washington than we do. But it just goes from it's like there's your winter for a week. Consider yourself fortunate and lucky, and then kaboom, you roll into March, 95 degrees. And that's how it goes. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me just 1 second. All right. Have to get this. Come on, sugar. Come on. Did you want to go out? Come on. Come on, Abby. Come on, baby. Our dog is She's a little bit ill. Come on, sugar. You want to come out? Come on, I heard you scratching. There you go. Hang on a second. There we go. Yeah, so our little Westie, she's not been feeling well the last few weeks, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We've taken her to the vet twice. We're um, awaiting some tests from yesterday. See what's going on with her, and I don't know. You know how it goes. Decisions may have to be made, but anyway, I don't want to bring the whole string down the seat. Let's see, never heard of those two. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, or what happened to that comment? There it goes. See, it's a good gig. Hang out and scream once a day. Right. It is. And apparently there's a lot of money to be made in it as well. Um it's amazing to me how people seem to lose it. I mean, I'm used to getting banned off of social media, but that's because I don't have any money tied to it at all. And I also don't really know how to use Twitter. Twitter has changed a lot since 2008 or whatever, last time I was on it. I'm on it now, and I can't follow shit. So let's see. Simple said, sounds like Foodie Beauty and Nader. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Scammers who were never in a relationship, but she insisted they were. He's only after her money. God, she needs help. Yeah, Simples. I tell you, I have a hard time. Like, there's only one creator that I listen to about Foodie Beauty. I always want to call her Feudie Beauty because she's always got a feud going with somebody, and that's YouTube Underground. Um, and I haven't really followed what's been going on with those two for the last, well, since the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. So, I've been pretty much wrapped up in whatever BAM's doing or whatever LawTube is doing, or but yeah, God, she does need help. I mean, she is, what the fuck is, I don't even know. But yes, Shani, I think Foodie Beauty and Nader are maybe a couple of steps above Rev and Shani. Like Rev and Shani are, if there's somebody more on the bottom than those two, I'm not aware of them. That's all I know. But yeah, pretty close, pretty close. Rain Dancer, wow, I sympathize. Yeah, I mean, well, listen, you've got way better weather than we've got. I can tell you that. So, Green Eyes said, I've never heard of those two. Again, it may be one of those rabbit holes that you just don't want to fall down. Especially now that it's potentially over, although I doubt it is. We'll see what happens in the coming days. Shit, the chat. Let's see, Green Eye said, same over here. Gets late spring, then boom, someone switches the humidity switch. Yeah, exactly. right, Lady Witch. Yeah, Shani Rev made one time look like a romper room. Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah. I, me personally, I think it's hilarious when they start raging. Uh, because they get so. How are you going to go online, start saying the N word left and right, and then complain when people are calling you a racist? Like that doesn't make any sense, you know. And that's the whole, like, their stupidity is the hilarity to me. I don't know. You've got on one hand, you've got these SJWs who are so ridiculous in their quest for whatever fucking stupidity they're putting out there. And then on the other hand, you've got people like them. And they're crazy, just fucking crazy. And then they wonder why they don't have any fucking supporters. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Hello, Rain. Let's see. Rain Dancer said, I got my cat groomed and had his underside shaved. Oh, nice. Well, that ought to help him out. Yep, that should help him. Lady Witch, you made me want to go look now. Yeah. Oh, God. Green eyes, I'm telling you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Rain Dancer said, I wish they could talk sometimes. Tell us what's wrong. I tell you what, Rain Dancer, I don't know if you've ever heard of that guy, Jackson Galaxy. Um, there's probably people that think he's full of shit, but actually, when I had cable and I had a ex girlfriend that had two cats, and I found that show, and without paying that guy any money and just watching that show, it changed the way I viewed cats altogether. They're constantly talking. Probably ask Lady Witch. They're constantly talking, even when they're just laying there looking at you. They are telling you something, even if it's "I love you," but it could be "I hate you." You just got to know how to read them. Not that I'm a cat expert, but it did change my relationship with those cats. I didn't have a bad relationship with them. It was just like, oh, okay, now I understand why they do this or don't do that or whatever the case was after watching that guy. Okay, I've got to go get the little sunbather out of the sun before Voodoo Queen gets home. She's been out for 5 minutes. Come on, come on, come on, sugar. Let's go. You know I'm coming out here to round you up. Come on. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Here, I don't know if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear that? Sorry, I'm behind in chat. I'm going to catch up, I promise. Those are the locusts or the cicadas. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. Come on, baby. Let's go. You could stay out here if you'd lay in the shade instead of the sun. Yeah, I wouldn't have to come get you. Come on. Come on, sugar. She's watching the door close, looking at it longingly. Okay, she doesn't want to go inside. Well, you can stay here in the shade with me. That's fine. Mama won't get mad at that. Okay. All right, let me try to catch up with this chat. Jesus. Let's see. Yeah, feudy. Yeah, exactly. Because she's always fucking feuding with somebody. Catch them occasionally. I don't know any of them either. Sheila, are you talking about Shani and Rev or Foodie Beauty and Nader? Foodie Booty. My God, what a show. Oh, so a while back I was watching well, I mean, I was at work, right? So I don't watch, I listen. But every once in a while, oh my God, especially with Foodie Beauty, uh, you know, YouTube Underground said something that made me want to turn around and look at my toolbox at my phone. Oh, what I saw, I was mortified. Absolutely fucking mortified. It was the probably one of the many times that she has almost been fully nude on YouTube, which I had not seen before. And I was like, oh God, why? Why? She like don't I just oh, I was like, no. Oh God, no. It's like when creators, and I really don't mean to pick on her specifically. It's just that why are you going to take a picture of your fucking fever blister and post it to all of your subscribers on YouTube so that every time I go into my YouTube to either find something else to listen to from my subscriptions list or whatever, I have to see that hideous fucking fever blister. So I had to unsubscribe. I did the same thing with Save Robbie when Save Robbie was posting that picture of him in his banana hammock. I was like, dude, okay, I can't. I don't want to see that shit. You know, I get that you got your own agenda or whatever that you're trying to do, and you know, you getting into a pissing contest with BK, whatever the fuck his name is, Beast Boy. But bro, most of your subs don't want to see that shit. They really don't. And maybe most people can ignore it, but I'm like, no, I have to unsubscribe until that's like gone off my fucking algorithm, and then I'll resubscribe or whatever. I don't want to see that shit. I really don't. Let's see if I can catch up on this chat. Where were we at? Heard of foodie. See, there I go again. Foodie. Heard of foodie beauty. Not been on her channel. I wouldn't recommend going, Rain. I mean, check out YouTube Underground. It's way more entertaining than Chantel's actual streams. Um, she was talking about, let's see, how a narc never knows they are a narc. Holds mirror up, right? Exactly. Yep. Jackson Galaxy, the cat man. Yeah. Not heard of him. Is he a cat whisperer? I guess. I guess he is. I mean, he fucking. I'm telling you, there were times with those two cats where I was like, I would see something he would do on TV, and I would turn around and I would do the exact same thing with my cats, and they would do whatever the cats on the television did. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, call him a cat whisperer. Yeah, My Cat from Hell. That's the name of that show, My Cat from Hell. Rain. So if you if you search My Cat from Hell or Jackson Galaxy, you'll see his videos on YouTube. I'm telling you, it'll open if you don't know a lot about cats or why they behave the way that they behave. He really does do a good job of putting on an eye opener about humans and cats and their relationships with each other. It really is an eye opener. I think. I think. But and very entertaining. I mean, the interactions with your cats that you had no idea about. Let's see. I heard it chirp. Oh, so you couldn't hear the locusts. Let's see. Singing for a partner. Oh, the Lady Witch heard them. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Could be uploaded. Haven't watched it in forever. I haven't seen it in a few years either. Yeah, Sheila, I bet you would too. Well, not if you were watching a clip channel, but if you went to like their actual channels, yeah, you would be blocked in a second. I've been blocked so many times by Shani, it's ridiculous. Thanks for thank you, Ryan. I mean, Lady Witch, thank you. I love Pulpy, Monty, and FFG. FFG, who's FFG? I know who Pulpy is. Gary Unfiltered. I'll have to check him out. Or her. She's always hard to get dressed. Yeah. It's a fever blister. um, I don't know how to explain it. Um, it's it's like a sore that comes up on your lips. It can come up like on one lip or the other, like your top lip or your bottom lip on your mouth. And it's, I think it fills with like water. It turns white. It can be, just about any size, but they're usually very fucking noticeable. Um, oh, is my sound gone to shit? Oh, I've gone down the toilet. Oh no. Well, crap. Oh, it's back. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. No, no, I'm not, Lady Witch, or I'm trying not to. Yeah, cold sore. There you go. Yeah. Okay, macule is the type of sore. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying a close up of your freaking sore for everybody to see is just, ugh. That's a unsubscribe. Just get out. I can't. I don't want to see that. I can't watch doctors pop pimples. And it's really weird. Unless it's for me, unless it's like a life threatening situation or someone's like bleeding in real time, that I can handle. But pictures like that on the internet that are intentionally being fed into my subscriptions list and notifications, it's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that. Yeah, I think so too, Rain. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Yeah. Sorry for the audio glitch. I don't know what happened. Um, I might have had my phone down by my side or something. Hopefully it's fixed. Oh God, symbols. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, ugh, no. It's so wrong. So wrong. I don't even like sometimes when I catch certain fish, well, pretty much all fish, but I don't keep them unless their life is, you know, over. Sometimes fish swallow hooks, sometimes they fight too hard. Something can happen. Most of the fish I fish for are hardy fish, um, including catfish. But yeah, you get pooped on, especially if it's a catfish, because you have to grab them a certain way because of their fins. Like they're. I mean, obviously, if it's larger, you're not going to pick them up by the belly, but you basically get your kind of like picking a baby up by their armpits. You get that between your, I use my middle finger and my thumb, and then my index finger is over the top of the side fins by the gill, which means that usually I get pooped on when I'm trying to take the hook out and handle them. You have to handle them that way, or else they'll flop around and you'll get stabbed, and that sucks. Oh, oh, so gross. I'd rather have a little band-aid on and everyone know than show everyone who. Yeah. Yeah, right. Certainly not taking a freaking selfie close up of it, being like, "Hey guys, look at this horrible thing on my lip." Fuck me, man. No, thank you. I don't want to look at that. Stabbed by a catfish in Florida. Mm. How did they say how big the fish was? Simples, I am not used to that. and and yes, the fish do. Not all the time, but most times. Oh, yeah. Uh, that is one job well, there's a bunch of jobs I don't think I could do, but that's definitely one of them. And probably near the top of the list. So, I mean, he survived, right? Hey, hey, sweetie. Not really. I mean, I probably should eat. I mean, I, I'm almost embarrassed to say this. Yes, I did. I was, it was like 11 o'clock and I was craving chicken nuggets and honey mustard. That's what you should be embarrassed of. I know. And so I go to the McDonald's and I'm like, give me chicken nuggets and 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 honey mustard and two cheeseburgers and a medium fries. And I ate all of it. I think the cheeseburgers, but those are real nuggets. That's not. I know it's not even real chicken, and it just something hit me today, and I was craving it, and I was like, "Oh God, oh, I feel so dirty." I like cheeseburgers, and you know I like my fillet of fish, but I can't do them with the nuggets. I just everybody's saying hello. Yeah, I was ashamed of myself. I was like, "What am I doing?" And I even told myself as I left the parking lot, right? I was like, Patrick, or oops, I just said my name. You have no. I said you have lunch. You can eat lunch at the shop. You don't have to go spend the money. You don't have to waste the time. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm craving for whatever fucking reason, like a pregnant woman. Like there's no stopping me. I've got to have pickles, ranch dressing, and on the border hot sauce and tortilla chips. All right, sweetie. Oh, yeah, it was bad. I was like, it's bad. Lady Witch, I don't think they are. I'm not sure, but I don't think they are. I thought I heard that or read that somewhere that that's not real chicken. It's like some kind of synthetic chicken or something. All right, Green Eyes, take it easy. Give your mom our love and tell her we said hello. You guys be careful. Yeah, so that was my downer of the day. Although I freaking ate those chicken nuggets like they were going out of style with the one with the one packet of honey mustard dressing they gave me. Yeah, well, don't start now, Lady Witch. Don't start now. I don't think I've had them in. Well, I don't know when, but it's been at least years. At least years, maybe 10 years. Like I said, I was having a craving today. I couldn't believe it. stabbed in the chest by a catfish in North Port Richley, Florida. Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, I don't know if he was noodling or where they go down and they catch them by hand, which is freaking crazy to me. I would never do that. You have no idea what's down there because you can't see. Um, yeah, so no. Walking along with my feet, searching for holes in the bank below the water, um, and then diving down and sticking my arm in a hole that I have no idea what's down there. No, fuck that shit. No. Rain Dancer was saying that there was a little boy stabbed in the chest by a catfish. We were talking about how I grab catfish when I catch them and how they poop on you sometimes, which was a whole nother.
I did hear that.
Good, okay, conversation. But she's saying that. Let's see. She said the child was listed as a trauma alert after firefighters responded to a 911 call from his mother, who was driving him to the hospital when he began to struggle to breathe. Ooh.
That was in the States?
Yeah, it was in Florida.
Well, if you're not eating, that means I can have sushi.
Oh, what? I wasn't going to eat.
Oh, you are going to eat?
It depends on what you want to get, babe. If you want to get sushi, then no, I'm not going to eat. I'll go make a bologna sandwich or something.
You know, I can always have Napoli's. But you always get the same damn thing.
Well, if you're going to get Napoli's, I'll take a. Do they do different sizes of calzones?
Just one moment.
Or is it?
Hang on a second.
Let's see. Rain Dancer said, according to firefighters who spoke to Fox 13, a barb from the catfish went about 1.5 inches deep into the child's chest while on a fishing trip. Well, if it went 1.5 inches deep, that's a pretty good size. That's a good size catfish. I don't know. I don't know that it would have been big enough to necessarily eat the child, but 1.5 inches, especially considering that it's in one of his lungs and it had to probably pierce his breastplate. That's
only one size, but that'd have to be a huge one.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's very dangerous. Let's see. The boy's mother began to drive her son to the hospital using I-19 North, but was forced to pull over the side of the road. Don one after he suffered difficulty breathing. Yeah, fuck. That's tough. That's tough. Well, I mean, there's videos on YouTube. I mean, people getting stabbed with.
It's only one size. Do you want that?
Yeah. Okay. With the bill of a marlin and a sailfish. Those are extremely dangerous when they get them up to the boats. Yeah, the whiskers, they are vicious. Well, it's not the whiskers. Well, on a catfish, it's not the whiskers. It's the fins. It's the dorsal fin and the I forget what they call the side fins. Those are the ones they're literally like spears. And what I never really understood is for a catfish, see, catfish are cannibalistic. So I guess the spears are for their own species because the larger catfish obviously will eat the smaller one. So that their fins are sharp like that and rigid like that to be able to force their way out of the larger catfish's mouth. Bass are the same way, but a larger bass can eat a smaller bass without getting speared by anything other than the dorsal fin. The dorsal fin is the sharp one on a bass. Well, on pretty much any other fish, any freshwater fish. I should specify. I'm no expert.
Isn't that when we all go butt?
Well, I don't catch fish, so Oh yeah, well I haven't in the last year. I mean I've caught some, but not very many.
The best one was that carp. It's for me. That was the best one.
Oh, the best one for me was the buffalo.
Really?
Yeah, the buffalo. That one.
The carp fought
The
really
carp
well.
fought. Yeah, he or she. I don't know
And it
which.
was a cute fish. That little puffer face.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I mean the carp put up a good fight, but the buffalo for me was the one. But the carp was a good one. That little sheep or he, I don't know if it was a male or a female. I don't know, even know how you tell. But yeah, we were sitting there just talking away. Yeah. And I said, "Gotcha, bitch." But she was being a little sneak. She is like just barely tapping that line. Oh God, that was a tough one to catch. But yeah, no, the carp was definitely a good one. I would have liked to have gotten that one out of the water as opposed to up to the bank, but yeah, that was a good one. But the
I got the best pictures of that when I got it. You reeling it up when it came out of the water and when it went back in and right as it went under the water because she made a little face like I'm out of here.
yeah, 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 she did. Yeah, the carp they fight. The carp are they fight hard, and you know the buffalo put put up as much of a fight, but the buffalo is a strong fish. Like it's just a powerful fish,
Yeah.
you know. So it doesn't really know. I don't think that like I'm being drugged through the water.
You would love redfish in Louisiana.
Oh, I've been red fishing in the Gulf. I got tired of it. We went on that 48-hour trip. I went out on with the ex in laws. Um, we red fished for I don't know maybe 4 or 6 hours out on the snapper. Well, I say redfish. We were snapper fishing. We were out on the snapper banks in the Gulf, and oh my god, I got fucking sick and tired of fucking reeling fish in. I mean, it was
But the redfish, when Daddy would catch them fresh on the coast and bring them home and gut them immediately.
oh yeah, they're good.
And with black them.
Yeah, they're good. Orange roughy. I love snapper, orange roughy, and redfish.
I
So
like orange roughy, just salt and pepper and butter.
yeah, they're it's delicious, delicious, and fun to catch. But you, I mean, like I said, they took us out to the snapper banks, and it was too much. I mean, after like 20 of them, you're like, okay, I got to go take a nap. Fucking had enough of this shit. Yeah. Let's see. Uh, had a small display catfish in aquariums. Pierced my hands before, sharp as fuck. Yep. Yeah, you got to grab them by the belly. That's what you got to do, and you got to grab them by the belly, and you got to make sure that if you're looking from their perspective, their left fin is over your thumb, and their right fin is in between your index, or your middle finger and your index finger.
But they are some ugly, stinky fish.
Yeah, Voodoo Queen doesn't like. She doesn't.
That's the only one I caught. This damn catfish.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, no, that's not true. You caught that. You caught that shad that one time.
Oh, that poor thing.
She
That poor damn thing.
accidentally hooked it.
I felt so bad. It was a baby fish. And then tell him what you did with it.
Did I cut it up for bait?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It broke my heart.
Sounds about right. Well, a shad is a bait fish.
It was still fish. How come its life is less than the other fish?
Well, it's not. I think what happened, the whole reason you were even going for the rod was because a larger fish was going for the bait, and the shad swam by,
and I accidentally hooked it.
And you accidentally hooked the shad in the side as opposed to the big fish, because the big fish probably looked at the damn shad and went, "Oh, yeah, I'd rather have that."
Well, yeah.
So
you do some quality fishing, folks. Quality. It's an adventure every minute.
Yeah. So, I think that's what that was all about. But I could be wrong. I'm not down there. So, No, honey, we were just talking about what's been going on the YouTubes lately. Been a bunch of crazy shit happening. Rev got out of jail today.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he and Shani are supposedly calling it quits.
Oh, sweet Jesus, I hope so.
Right, for the sake of everyone involved.
Thank you.
Doubt it though. He's probably there right now because he has no other place to go.
I thought that was his place.
I think it's actually G-Man's, but you know, like I've said before, I don't see how that could work. You know, he inherited it from his mother, and how you could sell it to G-Man for $1 and not owe tens of thousands of dollars in taxes on it and not be able to pay that is beyond me. So I'm not really sure about all that bullshit.
I think it's just that it's all bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit too. I do think they are squatting in that house though, or she is.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what's going on. What else was going on? Granny's watching was live earlier.
Yeah.
Apparently, Natasha was inciting her viewers and members or whatever, or chat, whatever, to call Granny's Watching's probation officer.
What?
And report her for something. I don't really know what the whole story is there.
People need to mind their own business.
Well, Natasha better, like I was telling the ladies in chat earlier, she better watch that shit because you go fucking around with a state employee like that, and you're going to end up in some serious shit, especially somebody like a probation officer who's got connections.
Yeah.
Because, like I was telling them, you know, those probation officers, depending on how long you've had them, they tend to get attached. Like, like you somebody like me who was to succeed exactly. You know, I didn't mean that in a bad way or whatever, but they do, and they will stand up for you if you ask them to. And sometimes when you don't. I know that from personal fucking experience. So better watch out with that shit. Then what else is going on? Let's see. Love Notes for TLC is definitely in jail.
I have no idea who.
That's the pregnant one that was living in her car and smoking drugs on camera and is completely fucking crazy and thinks the whole world is out to get her. Do you need to take that?
No, it said spam risk.
Oh. Oh. Shit.
Did you get rid of the? What did you do?
Lady Witch said I went Pennywise again. Oh, talking down a drain. Yeah. Am I back? Is it back? Hello. I don't wonder why that happens. Send it. Okay. Hello, is it still bad? Okay. All right. Where'd I lose you guys at? Well, anyway, yeah, Love Notes for TLC. She is apparently in an Arkansas jail for filing false police reports.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I don't know who she called the cops on.
How does anybody know that if she's in jail?
They know her name. They know her name. And I don't know exactly how Natasha got a hold of, or even if that's the case. I don't know how Natasha well, I have an idea of how they got her probation officer's information. What you would do, at least if I was trying to do it, what I would do is I would, if I knew her name and I knew what city she lived in and I knew what county she lived in, then I would look that probation office up. Then I would call that probation office and I would ask to speak to a duty officer. A duty officer in a probation office is a person that is a probation officer, but they take the daily duties of anyone that doesn't show up for work or is in a meeting or possibly court or whatever else. So what a duty officer would do is you would call up and you would say, I need to report this Jessica Lynn, whatever her last name is, right? And they would say, oh, okay, for what? And then you would tell them some bullshit, right? And they would say, oh, okay, well, hang on a second. They'll put you on hold and then they'll put you through to the appropriate person's probation officer, which would then, right, take you to their voicemail if they can't answer the phone, which if a duty officer is taking their calls, obviously they can't. They would leave their name on their voicemail and you would either A, hang up at that point and call back, or B, leave a message.
Let me rest everyone's mind this now. I have no desire to put out effort on people I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't get it either.
Desire. And trust me, I dislike a lot of people.
And like I said,
I'm not a people person.
You start fucking around with a government employee, be them federal or state, you're pushing some buttons.
I do not subscribe to allowing other people to have space in my head rent free.
Yeah. Well, me neither. But that's what I think probably happened. They shouldn't have been doing it, but yeah, Lady Witch, that's a lot of work for someone I've never met, to be honest. Yeah. But you know that Natasha has people and she does it herself. She'll go do that work. You know, there's no doubt that Granny Jessica Lynn getting $1,300 the other night really pissed Natasha off. And how fucking petty, you know. But she's done this before.
Do you want to know one of the things I like about Ricada? And I'm glad you turned me onto that channel because I do enjoy it. I listened to last night's live. I like that all of the people in his community, he supports them by simply saying, here's the link, go check them out. They do this well, or they do that well.
Yeah.
And his theory and what he talks about, that there's plenty of people to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't need to discourage you from someone.
Yep. Yep. You're 100% right.
I know. I usually am right.
I know. But yeah, no, you're right about that. And Bam has said that herself. Yeah. That there's, you know, plenty of room on YouTube for everybody.
Right.
It's absolutely ridiculous. There's
like a couple of billion people in the world, so I doubt.
Well, 7 billion, I think.
Yeah, I doubt that one person is going to take the extra 40 people that could have come to somebody else's life, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to check the mail.
All right, sweetie. Lady Witch said, if people would just stay out of others' finances, it would help a lot. Yeah, yeah, more than likely. Um, yeah, and I guess e-begging is e-begging. I don't know. I don't know. I've never, um, I've never really been a fan of the way that Natasha has done the e-begging, if that's what it is. I think it's all a crock of shit. And I think she had a little slip uh, either earlier today or last night. She was saying she had 30,000 members on that true crime channel. If she had 30,000 members on that true crime channel, do the math on that. But, she got herself taken down regardless, So, I mean, again, I watch creators that definitely make more than $30,000 a month on memberships alone with however many tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So I don't really have a problem with them making money on the internet, nor do I her. But those people that I watch, I'm not saying I'm the moral authority here, because there's plenty of shitty people that have or have had tons of subscribers that were getting supported on the internet that did some shitty things. People that I watch that are that big, they don't do that kind of shit. They don't sit there and berate anyone over pretty much anything. They're professionals at what they do, at what they talk about, at what the topics of conversation, all of that kind of stuff. And as far as the trolling goes, right, quote unquote trolling, I mean, it's just a little harmless banter here and there. It's not, I'm going to call your fucking probation officer, and try to get you like thrown in fucking prison. That's ridiculous. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in this, but I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about people fat shaming other people. I did that kind of shit. It doesn't. I don't. Whatever. Low hanging fruit, right? I mean, that's the way I feel about it. But swatting and CPS calls and all of that kind of stuff, all because you got your little butt hurt on the fucking internet. It's like,
it's very simple. It's what we learned when we were probably 4 or 5 years old, or at least I did, which was mind your own business.
well, that, and if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Oh God, I hate it. My mama would tell me that all the time.
Yeah, I was raised by my grandparents. My grandmother would tell me that all the time. Yeah. Listen, my grandmother hated my mother. She couldn't stand her own daughter. And wouldn't allow me to say anything bad about her. Which, not that I had that much bad to say. It's just that maybe I had something to say. Yeah. She also wouldn't let my mother talk bad about my dad. And neither would my paternal grandparents. Right. They wouldn't allow it in their house either. So, if you can't tell, my parents were split up and divorced by 1979. So, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. I mean, I don't know, but, it's.
We all stray from that.
See, Rain Dancer said true, too much time on some people's hands, but that ain't no shit.
Yeah.
Look at people who call CPS. Yeah. Well, I mean,
that takes some balls to do something like that. I'm not a parent, but I do respect the plight of parents.
Yeah.
I had to help a little here and there with my nieces, and that's damn hard. And for somebody else to step in, unless you know positively and have seen with your own eyes that something nefarious is going on,
Well,
that's a huge one to mind your own business.
and hopefully you guys can hear me. Hang on, I gotta put this massive rat's nest up.
Is that a rat's nest?
It is kind of. I used the shampoo that is in the big red bottle,
Uh-huh.
and it left my hair in the shower.
Uh-huh.
It left it feeling like there's already conditioner in it, and I kept rinsing it. Oh god. Okay.
Did you use any of the new conditioner I've gotten?
No, I kept rinsing it and rinsing it, and it felt like I had already put conditioner in it, but I couldn't run my comb through it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, fuck. Okay, so I
That's
didn't
when you put more conditioner in.
I didn't condition it.
You should have.
I know
I'm going to get food.
I'm not a woman.
Well, then give me your hair.
Okay, you can have it. Oh god. Anyways, what was I saying? My grams would just say, "Don't dish it out if you can't take it." Yep, same here. Put it another way, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Yep, pretty much. Right answer. So, or what our girl Bam has been through, horrible. She's exactly right answer. Bunch of fucking bullshit. All right, sweetie. It's water activated. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't condition it. I should have conditioned it.
Like the deep conditioner of all these.
Well, all right, guys. I guess it's dinner time. Thank you for all showing up, and really appreciate y'all being here. Like I said, I just wanted to say hello to everybody, or anybody that would show up, and yeah. So we'll go another week and see what happens, I suppose. Oh yeah, and I forgot about Dot. Yeah, I forgot about that. Hopefully she actually tries to take care of herself and doesn't just jump right back into this bullshit and end up worse than she was 8 or 9 days ago. Ugh, that was terrible. Um, I don't really wish harm on anyone, but yeah, that was not a good situation. Nice to have a bit of fun in the middle of the crazy. Yeah, thank you, Lady Witch. You're welcome. And yeah, just nothing real, nothing real stressful. And hope the kittens are doing well. And I'll I should have had you. Well, go ahead and post your the link and wait. Maybe I can do it. Nope, that's not the right link. Can you post your the kitties link in the chat? At least that way, when the live chat uploads, it'll be in there. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask. And my clipboard in StreamYard is showing some other YouTube link, not yours. I can't see it. So if you don't mind, I'll wait around for a minute so that you can post it. And I hope they're doing all right. It's been a couple weeks. We haven't seen them in a couple weeks. You got to get a video and send it to Bam so she can post it. Because I'd like to see them little boogers climbing up some curtains or something, running off with a sock. I love cats. I really do. There you go. All right. Thank you, Lady Witch. Yeah, I'd like to see them messing around. I bet they're causing all kinds of trouble. How many are there, uh, Lady Witch? How many of them are there? It's funny because 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. It's funny because it reminds me of my dad. About 20 something years ago, my dad moved from here in Texas up to Oklahoma. He had these feral cats that were living up underneath his house, and they had he must have had at one point, he probably think he had like 16, maybe 17 kittens. Oh my God. I had a at the time I had a gigantic mastiff Great Dane mix, and we took him up there and to stay the weekend, and with all those fucking kittens. And so my dog's name at the time was Duke. And we went to sleep on like Saturday night or whatever, and Duke's laying in the living room with us, and we're sleeping on the air mattress, and every single fucking kitten was literally like all snuggled up underneath Duke, and the mama cat was on the couch just glaring. When we woke up, like, I hate you all. It was hilarious. Yeah, they can get into some shit. Two kittens can get into to some shit, let alone 10 or 16 or 17, however many there were. I don't even know. Well, all right, guys. It was good catching up, and thank you all for being here. Yeah, yeah, Simples. It was hilarious. Mama was like, you know how they like flatten their ears and just like stare? Yeah, that's what she was doing. He would he would let them in the house. Uh, well, the kittens found ways in the house by themselves, but the mama cat, she always came through the back door. But yeah, he would let him in when it was real cold, and because it was a pier and beam house, so the wind just kind of goes right through it. And she was sitting up on that couch looking at us like, you motherfuckers. Anyways, all right, guys, have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.